Hi, welcome to UX Living Lab. Our presentation will start soon. Hi, welcome back. Today we are talking about other industries. That is mainly talking about substitute products and services. So our presentation, how to build a sustainable innovation ecosystem for small brands. Then we are talking about designing of components. Then in that we are talking about substitute products and services. So we already talked about vendors, channel partners, competitors, customers, startups. Now today we are talking about other industries. Okay, so I'm Thomas. I'm from UX Living Lab. If you want to talk to me, you can scan this QR code and fix an appointment with me. So we can talk about open innovation journeys that starts from empathizing idea, sketching the concept, look, designing look and feel, rapid prototyping, MVP, feedback. So you are free to share my presentation to your friends and colleagues. Okay, that's all. Coming back to our topic, substitute products and services. So what is substitute product? Substitute product and services offer consumers choice when making purchases or purchase decisions by providing equally good alternatives that's increasing utility. That's a definition of substitute product. Actually, what it is. So, what is the result of substitute product? So I already explained the substitute product, which increases utility, and substitute products offers consumers choice when making purchase decisions by providing equally good alternatives. So actually, substitute products create rivalry. As a result, business may incur high marketing and promotional costs when when competing for market share, which in turn reduces operating profits. That's a result of substitution. Some companies are even put out of business due to substitute products significantly outperforming their own offerings. Okay, so coming back, what is the impact on business? Substitute products create a rivalry. When we conclude it, it's a rivalry. Businesses may incur high marketing and promotional costs, reduces operating profits. These are the three important conclusions when we talk about substitute products. Impact on business. Then we can talk about what is the impact on economy. So demand for substitute products shows a negative correlation. That is, consumption of one product reduces or replaces the need for the other. Every business faces some form of competition. So even monopoly industries, most of the competition comes from substitute products. A substitute product is one that serves the same purpose as another product, as I said earlier. Getting more of one commodity allows a consumer to demand less the other product. So actually, as I said earlier, demand of substitute product shows a negative correlation. That is, consumption of one product reduces or replaces the need for the other. For example, you can see in the figure, if you are moving from point A to B, you can only use a car or bicycle or other mode of transportation. However, the demand and price demand and mode of transport. So when there is a demand increases to one product, that demand for the other products also increases. That means price of the one product increases, the demand for the other increases. Okay. Oh, when I explain it again, so when the price for car, the transportation in the car increases, the price for vehicle cycle also increases. That's a reason. So that is why we call it the demand of substitute product shows negative correlation. So actually, when a product increases its price, the demand for the other product increases. That's the demand for substitute product shows negative correlation. That is, consumption of one product reduces, that replace the need for other product. So that is why we call it the demand for substitute shows negative correlation. So what about demand and pricing? As I said earlier, demand and pricing substitute product exhibits a positive correlation because the price of one product increases, the demand for the other increases. So that's why it's called positive correlation. So for more clarity, you can say that demand, and when you consider demand and pricing of substitute products exhibits positive correlation, and demand for one product decreases, the demand for other product increases. That's why it's called negative correlation. So that's where it impacts. The impact of substitute products. So the product with several substitute is hard to price. So what is the if there is a substitute product, what how it is going to impact your business? Earlier I talked about how it's going to impact on economy. So how it's going to affect on your business? A product with several substitutes is hard to price. That's the first impact. Since every producer of the substitute product is trying to sell, so the only thing they can rely on our branding and pricing. Thus, the price of product with many substitutes are high volatile in the market. Where there are fewer substitute products in the market, where there are fewer substitute products, there is a higher probability of earning greater profit. So, a product with several substitutes is hard to price. The second point, customers are given a wide variety of products to choose from. The availability of more products can lead to higher utility. No one single product can satisfy all consumers of the particular type. Therefore, the greater the number of substitutes, the higher the probability of even consumer getting what the right for them. The third is high consumption. Greater the number of substitute products, the market and more rivalry exists in the industry. Low quality products. With a bid to be the lowest seller in the market, companies trying to use the least amount of resources in their manufacturing process to reduce cost. However, this works against the welfare of the consumer as it sometimes leads to a production of low quality products. Then factors that increases the risk of substitute products. Low switching cost. What it is? Switching cost is the loss or the extra cost a customer incur from leaving the option a customer were using for another. For example, if you have been taking notes with a pen, but now you want to take it using a video recording device, the switching cost here is high since you have to buy the video recording device. As a result, you likely to stick with the notebook and pen. In the same note, you can switch from one pen to other easily since the switching costs are low. So factors that increases the risk are low switching cost. When there is a low switching cost, customers will switch. Then price of the product. If a product is priced comparatively, for example, in the case of writing pen, there is a high risk of consumers switching from using one pen to other unless they are loyal to the particular brand. The third is quality of the product. What it is. If substitute products are highly differentiated and are of high quality, a consumer is likely to switch to the product that offers better quality. For example, users of aesthetic product like skin lightening creams are very sensitive to quality. They will discontinue using a product once they realize that there is a higher quality substitute in the market. The next one is product performance. If two substitute producers, if two substitute products perform definitely, differently when substitute to various conditions, the customer will choose the options that is most beneficial for the particular revealing condition. For example, in the transport sector, while traveling for shorter distances, these people prefer small vehicles. On other hand, while traveling for long distances, commuters may prefer big buses and trains. May factors may contribute to the preferences, but it is mostly due to comfort. The next one is availability of the substitute product. If substitute products are readily available in the corners of the market, there is a likelihood of consumers switching more. Then factors affecting the demand for substitute products. Price and quantity demanded for substitute products. That's a positive cross elasticity. What it is, if the price of the one product rises, the demand of the other rises, since the consumer will prefer to pay low price if the utility derives is almost the same. If the change in price causes a significant change in the quantity demand, the product is said to be elastic. If the change in the price causes a small change in demand, it is called inelastic demand. For example, if the price of the coffee goes up, most consumers will continue to drink it out of habit or addiction, and therefore it would be considered as an inelastic demand. Elastic, demand elasticity is how sensitive the demand for the good to the change of the other economic variable like price and consumer. So this graph shows the illustration between price and quantity demanded for substitute products. When the price of the tea increases, demand for coffee also increases. So the two goods that are substitutes shows a positive cross elasticity. It means that as a price of the product X rises, the demand for the other product rises, as seen in the graph above. When the price of tea increases, okay, then price of the quantity. What is negative cross elasticity? Price of the quantity demanded for complement products. What it is? Two goods that are substitute shows a positive cross elasticity. So when the two goods are complement each other, exhibits negative cross elasticity. The increase of the price of one product causes a drop in the quantity demanded of the other product. For example, if pen are very expensive, people will opt to use ballpoints. As a result, the demand for ink will drop. So the graph shows when the price of the pen increases, demand for the ink decreases. So that is called negative cross elasticity. Then zero cross elasticity. Price and quantity demanded products neither complementary or substitutes. It means two goods are neither complementary nor substitute and are independent of each other, shows zero cross elasticity. The change in the price of one product does not affect the other product pricing, and it remains constant. So, what are the different types of substitutability? You can call it as perfect substitute and imperfect substitute. What are they? If a product can be substituted with another, it is called perfect substitute. For example, the different brands of soft drinks is a perfect substitute. You can replace it. If a person buy one type, he is slightly buy other type also. So that is perfect substitute. In an imperfect substitute, products are one that although they can be replaced, substitute with each other, there is a probability that there are those who will stick to one product regardless of other factors. For example, soft drink and water can said to be substitute, but they are imperfect since some consumers will buy soft drinks at the same time they want to buy water. So the picture illustrates, you can see perfect substitute and imperfect substitute. Then what are the strategies we have to implement to analyze this? Anyway, we are talking about how to build a sustainable innovation ecosystem for small brands in that designing of components, then substitute products and services. What are the strategies? What we suggest is always a segmentation. You have to start with segmentation, then market research, then market overview, then measure cross elasticity of demand. This is a strategy we have to adopt. You have to adopt to develop the innovation ecosystem. We can go deep into that, the segmentation. Okay, you can divide the market geographically. In every presentation, I'm talking about how to divide the market geographically. So, depending on the cities, depending on the country, or depending on the region, you can divide as geographic location-based division. Then product or service type. So you can find different substitute products, maybe perfect or imperfect. You can see different substitute products. Then product-wise and service-wise, you can segment and process followed. What are the process of that product that also you can use for segmentation? Then market demand. What is the demand of that product? In the substitute product, what is the demand for the market? Then price. These are the 5 common segmentation methods you can apply. Then market research. So how to do market research? You have to watch the market 24 hours. How many ways you can watch? Through channel partners, we already have that ecosystem of channel partners. We already discussed this. That means you can get this information from customers. Yeah, we already explained in the customer section what is customer journeys and how to analyze and how to take it. So new people, new attendees can go through my earlier presentation about customer journeys. Then product and services reviews. You can go through products and services reviews. Then comparison website. There are a lot of websites to compare between products. So you can look into the report of comparison website, how people compare between two products or what are the products they will take for comparison. Then social media. It's different channels. You will get the information and you have to watch these 24 hours. Then market overview. So how to prepare the secondary report or the previously I talked about primary report and now we are talking about the secondary report. That's a market overview. You can look into the other reports, webinars, public information, industry expert, talk to industry expert, and social media groups. These are the channels you can use for market watch, market view. Then we had to measure the cross elasticity of demand. What is cross elasticity of demand? The cross elasticity of demand is an economic concept that measures the responsiveness in the quantity demanded of one good when when the price of the another good changes. The cross elasticity of demand for substitute goods is always positive because the demand for one good increases and the price for the substitute good increases. The cross elasticity demand for the complementary goods is negative. So I'll go deep into this. So how to measure cross elasticity of demand is measured using a formula. That is percentage change of quantity of one product divided by percentage change in the price of the substitute. So understanding cross elasticity of demand in economics, the cross elasticity of demand refers to how sensitive the demand for the product is to change the price of another product. So in the case of substitute products, the cross elasticity of demand for substitute product is always positive because demand for one good increases when the price for the substitute good increases. For example, if the price of the coffee increases, the quantity demanded for tea increases as a consumer switch to less expensive yet substitute alternative. That reflects cross elasticity of the demand formula. So what is happening in the complementary goods? The cross elasticity demand for the complementary goods is negative. For example, if the price of coffee increases, the quantity demand for coffee stick drops as a consumer are drinking less coffee and need to purchase fewer sticks. So in the formula, the numerator is negative, then the denominator price is positive. So it shows the result is negative cross elasticity. What does a positive cross elasticity of demand indicates? A positive cross elasticity of demand means that the demand for good A will increase as the price of good for B goes up. Thus, that means that good A and B are good substitutes. So that if B gets more expensive, people are happy to switch to A. For example, I can give some examples from the daily life. To take the would be the price of milk. If all milk goes up in price, the people will switch to 2% milk. Likewise, if 2% milk rise in the price instead, while milk becomes more demand. So like that, what is negative? So what does negative cross elasticity of demand indicates? A negative cross elasticity of demand indicates that the demand for good A will decreases as the price of B goes up. This suggests that A and B are complementary goods. For example, printer and printer toner. If the price of the printer goes up, demand for it will drop. As a result, fewer printers will be sold, less toner will also be sold. How does cross elasticity of demand differ from demand elasticity? Cross elasticity looks at the proportional change in the demand among two goods. Demand elasticity by itself look at the change in the demand of the single item as a price changes. That's the difference between cross elasticity of demand and demand elasticity. The same way, what is the difference with the cross elasticity of supply? It contrasts to the change in the demand of two goods in response to price. The cross elasticity of supply measures the proportional change in the quantity supplied or produces in relation to change in the price of the good. Okay, these are the basic explanation about the cross elasticity of demand. So what are the takeaways? So what we are talking about, how to build a sustainable innovation ecosystem for small brands, the designing component, the substitute products and services. Actually, what is the benefit of substitute products to a consumer? The benefit of substitute product is that they provide consumers with variety when choosing goods to satisfy their needs. On the other hand, companies will incur more costs to develop competitive offerings and promote them as the best in the market. That is advantage to the consumers. So what are the strategies we have to implement while developing the ecosystem? As I explained earlier, it's a segmentation, market research, market overviews, then measure cross elasticity of demand. So what are the benefits after doing all these exercises? What are the benefits you have? You will get strategies to develop product services and development process and pricing method and discounts, advertising methods you can design, the consumer interactions, cart abandonment, that's affinity analysis. That's one of the important things we have to look into these substitute products, which is called affinity analysis, cart abandonment. Then you can innovate the product. These are the benefits. You can add a lot of other benefits also, but these are the main benefits I am talking about. But you can find a lot of other benefits also while doing this exercise. So there are always new entrants in the market, might not be growing at the same pace, but there are risk of obsolete stock, even of best sellers in the market. Thus, companies will adjust by reducing price and product or production to prevent it from becoming flooded with too many products. So the companies can adjust the demand uh, by adjusting the price and production. That's the only way to adjust this. Okay, I'm done. So next week we'll come back with the next component that's called internal team. It's a very interesting component. So how to build your internal team and to build a sustainable innovation ecosystem, how to connect that internal team to that. Questions. Of course, you can ask any questions by entering that questions to the chat box. Otherwise, you can scan this QR code and chat with me. We can talk about open innovation journeys. So you can share this presentation to your friends and colleagues. At the same time, I'm inviting you to subscribe to our newsletter. Waiting for questions. Okay. So why can't we go with other substitution, other segmentation method? Okay. So I'm okay. The segmentation method we talk about is segment. What are the different segmentations? Is segmentation methods, market, different type of segmentations we discuss. But actually, you can do any type of segmentation. I explained these the basic 5 methods of segmentation. And in the same way, you can go for strategies in the market research, market overview. So anyway, we need information, authentic information from the market. You can do proper segmentation and proper market research and market overview, and continuously you have to do that. Then only you'll get the proper information from the market. That is the important thing. So you can add a lot of other things. That's also fine. Okay. Regarding the benefits or other product demands, or you can find different products in the market depending on the products available in the different markets. You can do different type of segmentations. That's also fine, but these are the basic 5 methods of segmentation. That's why I explained this, because I'm not sticking to any particular product. I am explaining for all the products. That's why I'm explaining the general segmentation methods, but you can adjust all the segmentation methods, market watch methods, market research method according to your products. It doesn't matter. But here mainly we talk about measuring cross elasticity of demand. That is a very important thing. Based on that measurement, we can finalize that whether the one product is substitute to your product or complement your product, or there is no relation with your product. That is very important. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your time. See you next week.